It's Wednesday. It's Mark Pyers. It's real.
I was walking down the road today, looking for another way
to ease my mind
and help my living.
It's Real Talk. It's the daily variety show, Mark Pyers Real Talk. I'm here to help you make smarter moves, to amplify your current state. And I'm here with you on Wednesday. If you can believe it, this is day 352 in a row of the Mark Pyers Real Talk show. And I'm here with you again today for another action-packed episode of Real Talk. And we're going to get into it like we always do. We're here to entertain you. We're here to bring some positivity into your life. And if you're turning the TV on to watch anything but The Curse of Oak Island, you are getting straight negativity into the side of your face. So you need to shut it down. And you need to turn on Real Talk. I'm here every day with you. We talked about this yesterday. I was actually reviewing the episode and I was laughing. I was talking about how every time I scroll on my Facebook page, I scroll on my whatever page, I see all of these entrepreneurs trying to sell me something. But the weird thing is they're not selling me something, they're giving me something. Have you seen this? Hey, we're giving you all of our gold for free. You just have to pay for the shipping. And I'm laughing because people are buying this left and right. And I'm thinking, is the material really not good that people are paying for the shipping? How about instead, look, it's $15 for the shipping. I'll give you my $1,000 worth of products for $15 and give you free shipping. So I don't understand that per se. I'm going to see if we are live right now. Let's check this out. Because what happens sometimes, this is an interesting thing, guys. I'm kind of excited about this. We've got, for the first time, we are on multiple Facebook pages at the same time. This is kind of a cool thing for me because my actual Facebook page and then my Mark Pyers Real Talk page are hooked in for the first time. Now, I am curious if anybody can shoot me a note. I don't know if the chat window is working today. If you're on YouTube, log in. Now, first of all, as we always say, subscribe and turn on notifications on YouTube. This is where the show goes. And, for 318, I didn't even know about YouTube. For 318, I was Instagram and Facebooking it. But nothing with YouTube. Now we're officially live to the world, all over. I mean, I'm on 8 social media platforms right now. And here's the thing. For 352, I come out here with no script. I'm just here to bring some positivity into this world and just to remind you that you have greatness within you. If you're going through your life and you're just doing this day-to-day monotony and it just feels like you have nothing but this, like, oh, I'm just going to go through life this way, that's just today. You can break out of that mold, but you need to take some action steps. It's not going to happen if you don't get up and go. I find it's very hard to get out of comfort zones, like in general. Cross is on. I love it. 352 days, Cross. Yeah, I'm here, my friend. Now, it looks like, so Cross is on over here. Something's going on with my restream today because I did pop open Facebook. It looks like somebody's watching or there's somebody on, but it's not showing me that on my chat window. But I am getting chat from Cross. Can somebody on Facebook shoot me a note and let me know if this is working? It may not be working over here today with you, Facebook. But for the first time ever, the Mark Pyers Real Talk page is able to catch this show live for the next 14 days at least. This is kind of cool. I got an early Christmas gift from Restream. They said, look, thank you for using our service. For the next 14 days, we're going to let you add another Facebook page to your lives. I'm like, that's pretty cool. So now we've got the profile page and the Real Talk page live together. And guys, we're 13 days away from the last day of Real Talk for the year. We're on our way to year 2, day 1. Oh, there we go. Okay, it's working. Mike, you rock. I appreciate it. See, Mike will come on and shoot me a note, and then I'll see it. And Mike, you rock. You really do. It's funny. Mike works like I do. Every time I turn on Facebook, I see he's promoting some other band. He's out there. He's doing his thing. He's doing his part. I talk to you guys about that often. You need to do your part. Cross is saying that he grew twice. So he's saying, look, in life, what you're going to find is you may like where you are, and that still may not be anything close to what you are going to do. I think I was telling you, I saw a great quote the other day that failure is just part of success. And in general, I tell you a lot how often I want to fail. I want to fail. I want to learn where my strengths are. I want to learn what I need to improve on so I could be the best version of myself. We're all aiming for that. We're all aiming to somehow, I don't know, it's like personal engineering. You have to engineer the perfect version of yourself. That only happens after you learn what you're good and bad at. You start to fine-tune your strengths. You start to just kind of forget about the things you're not good at. Why are you focusing on something you're not good at? Why are you doing something that you're terrible at? I think some people have a hard time with criticism. I do. Everybody does, right? That's why when someone says, well, when are you going to stop? I'm like, I don't know. When are you going to start? I'm never going to stop. I'm just going to keep going. But we all need to start today, right now. You need to get up and go. Whatever it is that makes you tick, whatever it is that makes you just roar in the morning, and that makes you get up and say, yes, I'm alive. Go and do it all the time. It may not put money in your pocket, but it will put happiness in your soul. I'm here on a daily mission to find happiness for myself and for you, for something that we could all connect to. And it's a journey. It really is. 352 days, I have to do this every day in order to recenter. I joked the other day, who was it I was talking to? I said, I don't sleep very much, but I sleep like a baby. I sleep amazing because I put it all out there. There's never a night I go to sleep where I'm like, I just kind of halfway did it today. I just didn't put myself out there. I just kind of sat back. I waited for whatever to happen. I waited for the world to turn in my direction. You find yourself doing that? Oh, one of these days the door's going to open for me. You know, one of the things I think we need to stop doing as just in general is putting ourselves in the middle of everyone else's decisions. Oh, why didn't they think about me when they made that decision? Oh, they should have thought about me. Why am I not in that thought process? Because you're not in that thought process. We all have that ability where we're like, well, I do this. People who didn't use me for real estate. I find myself being like, why did they not use me? Why did they use so-and-so? Why didn't they think of me? They should have thought of me when they bought their home. People only think what they think when they need to think it. They're not worried about you. You're not on their mind. Don't put yourself at the middle of everybody else's decisions and say, why did they do that and not think of me? Why am I not a part of that thought process? You're not. You're a part of your family's thought process. The immediate circle. That's what you're a part of. Every single person that's outside of that, they think of you or they don't. That's just the way it is. Don't expect anything. What is that old saying? Don't expect, accept. Right? Just accept what you're getting. It's not going to change. You come across good people and you come across people that are just not going to treat you for what you are. They're not going to appreciate the value in front of them. You know, there's this great story I read online a few weeks ago, and you guys may have seen this. The reason it caught my eye, and I should find this and maybe bring it up for one of our news stories. And it may be a myth, I'm not sure, but it's this young boy, his father's on his deathbed, and he says, look, I want you to go down the street to the jewelry store and bring him this watch and find out what he'll give you for the watch. Come back and let me know. He goes down. He comes back. He goes, Dad, the guy said he'll give me $5. It's a really old watch, and, you know, it's kind of beat up. He said he'd give us $5. And he says, okay, go down the street to the bar and go and show it around to everybody there, see how much they'll give you. So he goes, gets down to the bar, gets the watch. He goes, those guys said they'll give us $3. It's an old piece of garbage watch. He goes, okay, go down to the museum and show it to them and see what they say. He comes back, he goes, Dad, they said they'll give you $1 million for this watch. He goes, this is just a lesson I wanted to teach you because I won't be around. Never find yourself in a place where your value is not appreciated. I just love that message. You don't know until you know. But at every step, at every connection, you're being judged, valued, whatever you want to call it. And sometimes people do not appreciate your value. Sometimes people just don't know what they're in front of. They don't see what they're getting. They think it's a waste of time. Whatever it is, Cross says, underappreciated. Yes. I think that's a very important thing. Underappreciated is, if it's, that puts us in a different perspective. In general, most people are underappreciated by most. And it feels good to be appreciated, and it feels rotten to not be appreciated. And I think I told you guys this story a few weeks back in high school, the whole high school thing where it's everybody wants to be a part of that clique. Ooh, that cool group. And it wasn't until I was invited to go and hang out with that group that I realized what is it all cracked up to be? First of all, I'm there and I'm a statue, a fixture. Walk right by and go and still have their same conversations. I'm just in the room. It's very weird. And I felt this pit in my stomach. I still recall. And then I remember telling my friends, I'm like, we're never doing this again. I was like, what are we doing? We have more fun when we're hanging out, just the 3 or 4 or 5 of us. We don't need to be around people that don't value us, don't value our presence. And maybe that was the start of me, like the real talk, where I just started putting my foot down. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to put myself in a position where I feel less than I really am, first of all. I'm not going to hang out with people that don't make me feel great. And if someone's making me feel rotten, I'm just going to X them out of my life. I'll excise them from my life completely. And there's been a few times in my life that I've done that. There was a guy in high school who really wronged my friends and I, and we gave him the benefit of the doubt. We gave him one extra shot, and he did it again. And I literally cut him out of my life. I've never seen that guy since. I don't ever care to see him again. I don't have time for people that are not going to appreciate me. I don't have time for people that don't treat me fairly. Like, I'm here to treat people the same way I treat you guys. It's all about love, respect, and kindness. If I don't get that back from someone, I don't need you in my life. I'm sorry. And I'm here to try to preach the peace aspect of life. But if you're not going to give it, then I'm just going to sit back and say, I'm here for everyone else. I can't change you. All I could do is be happy for you and hope you that's contagious enough for you to grab onto. Christopher, thank you, my brother. Man, we're 352 days in, and we got a lot to do today. So I'll show you. I got the BeatSeat all set up, guys. Got a Christmas song ready for you. I think Santa Claus is coming to town is what's going on. It's going to be a Mark Pyers Real Talk version, not a Bruce Springsteen version. So we're going to get to that pretty soon. I got some news for you. I got some great stories for you today. It's funny. I think I may have missed my calling. I may have missed my calling because my wife last night happened to pop. My wife doesn't watch the show. She's too busy. She's got 3 kids to take care of, and she'll catch a clip here and there, but she doesn't really watch. And last night I wanted her to see, I don't know if you guys caught the 5 ways to stay away from negative energy yesterday. It was a great lesson. It was an article, and I was reading the article from the internet right from the screen here. And I don't know what I was reading. I told you guys, I take these stories. I have 4 stories for today. I didn't read the actual script. I read the storyline, and I'm like, oh, that's a good story. Let's bring it to the people. So we have 4 of them today, but I have not read the stories. So when I read them, I'm sight reading for you. I'm reading in real time. It's one of my favorite things. When I was younger, when I was an actor, I used to love taking a script. I did not want to have that script in advance. I wanted to get that script and just roll with it and just be like, okay, let me just take this and see what happens. So this is what we do with the news section of Real Talk on a daily basis. I'm just reading to you in real time. Speaking of, maybe we should get into that. Usually we get into the news around 25 minutes. We've only been on for 15, so I may have to vamp and talk about something else. You know, when I get on later in the day, the shows go on even longer. You know, we're probably going to be on for an hour and a half today. I'm just warning you. My friend FYT over on Twitch, is my stomach growling? I don't know, my friend. I probably 6:15, probably, because this is about time where I should be heading home. Dinner time coming up soon. But the show must go on. I've been here for 352 days. This is a show. My intention is to never miss a day. Okay. My wife always says, why? What? Never miss a day? I'm like, yeah. And I'm not talking about coming on to just say, I hope you guys have a great day today. See ya. We haven't done that once in 352. For 352, we come out here and we roll. We put the energy within me, the energy up there that comes through me, out into this universe, and we do it every single day. 45 minutes to an hour and a half, unscripted, positivity, motivation, celebrity impressions, real talk news, the BeatSeat. Guys, this is a variety show. So if you have any celebrity impressions you want to hear, just let me know. Who are you into? You want to hear Jack Nicholson? What do you want to hear? You could say any guy, I'll give it a shot for you. And we'll maybe try to do it as part of the news. I keep talking about doing like the Scarface news or something. I mean, wouldn't that be cool? What about the weather? Scarface. It's cold outside, mate. You have to put on a jacket, okay? You maybe wear some boots and a scarf. And then you call me in the morning, okay? So we're going to get into all kinds of stuff here. The idea is this is an arc. It has to have every bit of emotion, from a whisper to a roar to a scream. The passion of the universe needs to be spoken every single day through this microphone. And I know why, Mark. Why are you doing? Why do you feel like you need? I don't know, guys. For years, I've been feeling like I should do something. And I just kept being a dad, kept being a real estate agent. Let me go out there and be the best realtor I can. But it just didn't fill that space in my soul. All it did was make me want to figure out what I'm supposed to be doing. Because I went from being a singer-songwriter, MTV music artist, to all of a sudden selling real estate, wearing a suit every day. Does anybody realize that type of transition? Do you know what that's like? I went from wearing Birkenstocks, and I had like these patch pants that were like all different colored patch pants, and I was as relaxed as it could be. I went from that to being hardcore dedicated to a business, to try to create something. And that leads to the BeatSeat. That leads to Real Talk. And now we're here 352 days in. Lady Bane. Oh my goodness, you guys are the best. Lady Bane, I need you to do me a huge favor. Please head over to YouTube and type in Mark Pyers Real Talk. I'm filming the screen right now, and it just never looks as good for Instagram anymore. And I feel terrible because Instagram's always been my support system from the beginning. They're the ones who are just like, keep going, buddy. Keep it up. Oh, you're on again? Like, yeah. Every day. This isn't a new thing. I had someone say, I wonder when he's going to stop. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you when I know. Right now, it's just not even on my mind. I think what's interesting is we were talking about how I got to have Richard in. He's one of my colleagues here. And he's a gentleman who started a business, killed it, and then kind of burned out and was like, I need to take a break. I need to get away. And that's something that I sort of fear in a way. It's like there could very well be a day in the distant future where I'm just kind of like burned out and I'm just sick of doing this. It's funny for me to even think about now because I'm so in love with doing this that I can't even imagine that reality. But it's a very real possibility. It happened to him. He was loving what he did, and he fell out of love with it. It became too much work. It became just a burden. He was miserable instead of living, when you would imagine, most people imagine, well, if I'm making a huge salary with benefits, millions of dollars a year, that I'm happy. No. And I hear this a lot. There's a lot of people that they look like they're happy, but they're not happy. I heard a great story today. A friend of ours was saying she got a Christmas card, and the card basically said that it was this awesome picture with like all the kids are smiling and they're hugging, and in the middle the byline was Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays. We are nothing like this photo, which I thought was pretty funny, because in general, most people show a face to the world and there's something completely different behind scenes. And I don't think that's a good thing either. Yeah. Phil said, I thought an ark was supposed to have 2 animals of every species. And then Cross said that just like the BeatSeat, celebs are just normal people. And the only thing that keeps them recognized is their major career, but nothing else, nothing against it. They're the same. This is kind of a funny thing. I don't know if Pooch will ever see this. There's an actor named Pooch Hall. Pooch is on Ray Donovan. Pooch he was on The Game, which was a show on CW. And I guess it was 2001, maybe 2002. I did a commercial with Pooch Hall. I did a commercial in Miami, Florida with Pooch. And I was the lead basketball player, and he was my colleague. We were together, like co-stars in this thing. And we totally hit it off. He's like my brother forever, and he is killing it. He is absolutely killing it right now. He's got 505,000 followers on Instagram. And this is my point. What happened between where Pooch was and where I was back then is he just kept driving. He knew he wanted to do what he's doing. I didn't want to do that. I was like, I did a commercial, but I want to be a singer-songwriter. I want to write music. I want to go out there and perform on a stage. That was where I went. He kept going, audition after audition after audition. And you fast forward. I haven't seen him in 15 years. He's on Ray Donovan. He's doing this. He's doing that. It didn't happen overnight. He drove towards a finish line that didn't exist. He saw his potential. He knew he was going to get there. Nothing would stop him but him. You know what stopped me? Me. I stopped me. I was right there. I could have just kept going. I stopped me. Pooch kept going. He saw where he wanted to go. Nothing can stop you but you. Don't forget that. You have control of everything. Everybody else around you, it's just words. That's all it is. It's meant to distract you, meant to slow you down from your course. Don't let that happen. Just keep going. Push right through those hurdles. Go through that mountain. Don't go over it. Don't go around it. Nothing can stop you but you. Just tell yourself that over and over whenever you have self-doubt. I'm going to get there. I'm going to do it. Nothing's going to stop me but me. So if that's the case, I'm going. I'm not stopping. I'm not slowing down. Mark, when are you going to stop? Look, I'm the only one who will stop me. So when am I going to stop? Never. How about that? How about I come on today, tomorrow, the next day, forever and ever and ever, every single day I come out. And we just come and just let something happen. This is what we've been doing. And I can't wait to get guests on. We're just going to get guests on in the new year. Look, I just think we need to get past 365 and officially be into year 2. And then I'm going to start scheduling a guest a week. So if you want to be on the Real Talk Show, shoot me a note. What do you have to bring to the table? What do you want to talk about? Let's make it happen. Oh, that's funny. Phil Hall said he's not related to Pooch Hall. Pooch is awesome. He's a good man. And we connected recently, actually. Oh, listen, I have to say, Cassandra Lady Bane just showed up on YouTube, and I hope that you could subscribe and ding the bell because I'm very excited that you showed up over there. And it's such a better experience, isn't it, Cassandra? I mean, it just looks better. All right, let's see what we got here. I'm going to go into the news. You guys ready for some news? I got some great stories for you today. Let's put some music on. How about that? Oh, yeah. All right. So check this out. Archaeologists in Greece find 3,500-year-old royal tombs. Again, I didn't read any of this. Let's go into it. Athens, Greece. American archaeologists have discovered 2 monumental royal tombs dating from about 3,500 years ago near a major Mycenaean area palace in Greece's southern Peloponnese region. I really shouldn't have picked this article. What are all these long words? The Greek Culture Ministry said Tuesday. A ministry statement said dome-shaped roofs of both tombs near the Bronze Age palace of Pylos collapsed during antiquity, and the chambers became filled with so much earth and rubble that the grave robbers couldn't get in to plunder them. Nevertheless, the tombs were disturbed during the period of their use over several generations. Unlike the Mycenaean grave found nearby in 2015, jewelry and bronze arms buried with a man presumed to have been there since the early ruler, Pylos. You know what's interesting? Pylos. My father used to tell me about this. I don't know if he was a Greek royal or if it was like, I don't know, Pyrrhus, Pyrus. He always wondered if we were maybe somehow related to these Pyrrhuses. Anyway, they found this. It's from 1650 to 1100 BC, and basically they found it was gold just like everywhere in there. Now, what happens with all of this stuff? What happens with what they find? Do they get to keep it? Does it go into a museum? Do they get like a grant? Like, I have to think they spend all that time and money so they can keep some of this stuff, right? Let's see if I can interact with you guys and show you what's going on here. See, this is some of the stuff. Ready? I don't know what you're seeing. But I'll pick up any story that has to do with history, you know, something being unearthed. What else we got here? We have, all right, here we got a little science story for you. So, mysterious ancient events set off 100,000 supernova explosions in our galaxy at the same time, if you could believe that. Let's see what this is. I'm just going to open it a little so you guys can see it a little better. There you go. There you go. Akbar, hey buddy. Thanks for tuning in. You got to get over to YouTube. That's where Cassandra just went over. She's joining me over there, and that's awesome. So let's get into the story. Let's say that again. A mysterious ancient event triggered more than 100,000 supernova explosions long, long ago in the Milky Way galaxy. Details of the violent event, which happened between 8 and 13.5 billion years ago, were revealed in a startlingly clear image captured by a telescope. See, this is something I could never wrap my head around. How 8 to 13.5 billion years ago, and they're just seeing the explosion now? Like, I don't get that. My buddy's like, one of my best friends is this scientist, super genius scientist. And he's like, yeah, it's because of this. And I just don't get it. I'm like, no. And when I look at the stars, I'm seeing it right now. I'm looking at that star. It's there. He's like, no, you're looking 50 million, billion, zillion years into the past. And I'm like, no, it's there. I see it right now. And he goes, no, it took that long for the light to get from there to here. I'm like, huh? How does that even make sense? It took 8.5 billion years for that light to get from that star to my eyes, but it's there constantly. It's there all the time. That's what I don't get. Like, if wouldn't it come like intermittently? Like you'd see like, oh, it is again today. It just shot the image again. Like, how can you explain? Like, I know any scientist is listening to this and he's be like, I got to get on with this guy. He has no idea what's going on. And I would love to have you on. I want scientists on. I want to have physicists on, doctors, lawyers, authors, other motivational people, musicians. Guys, we're going to get 2 people. Let me get back over. We're going to get 2 people on 2 beat seats, and we're going to rock out. That's what I'm talking about. It's not if, it's when, and it's going to be in 2020. Just keeping you in the loop, okay? So let's see what else we got over here. That was just a random thing I wanted to tell you guys about. This one I'm a little nervous about. I don't know what we do with this information. Check this out. So Earth's magnetic North Pole keeps moving towards Siberia at a mysteriously fast pace. Now, I've heard over the last few years the danger and concern about our poles switching. Have you guys heard about this at all? Let me read this to you and just you give me your ideas. Let me know what you think. Ready? Our planet is restless, and its poles are wandering. Of course, the geographic North Pole is in its same place it's always been, but its magnetic counterpart, indicated by a north on any compass, is roaming towards Siberia at record-breaking speeds, and the scientists don't fully comprehend. It's worth stating that while the pace is remarkable, the movement itself isn't. The magnetic North Pole is never truly stationary, owing its fluctuations to the flow of molten iron within the core of our planet. So since its first formal discovery in 1831, the North Magnetic Pole has traveled around 1,400 miles. That's kind of crazy. 1,400 miles? This wandering has been generally quite slow, allowing scientists to keep track of its position fairly easily. The slow wander has quickened as of late. In recent decades, the magnetic North Pole accelerated to an average speed of 34 miles per year. The most recent data, do we say data or data? What do you guys say? Data or data? Sometimes I say data, and then my kids are like, it's data, Dad. And I'll be like, yeah, and then we got the data. They'll be like, it's data, Dad. Is it data, Dad, or is it data, Dad? Someone tell me which one I'm supposed to be saying. And then we'll just do it from here on out. And you can't say it's data, because if it's spelled the same way. So I can't get a little comment coming over here that says it's data. Because whether it says data, it's going to either come through as data or data. I'm still going to read it as data or data. So don't say anything. Or unless someone can show the pronunciation in a chat. That may make sense. Oh, with the umlaut over us. It's data. No, it's data. It's data. Let's call it data for today. How about that? The most recent data suggests its movement towards Russia may have slowed down to about 25 miles annually, but even so, compared to theoretical measurements going back hundreds of years, this is a phenomenon scientists have never witnessed before. The movement since the 1990s is much faster than any time for at least 4 centuries. Look, I don't know, guys. There is so much going on in the world right now, and it seems like Day After Tomorrow type of stuff. Has anybody else seen that movie and feel like we're moving towards a Day After Tomorrow? Where's Jake Gyllenhaal? I need to figure out how to survive. Where's Jake Gyllenhaal when you need him? His father's a scientist. He knows where to go and how to protect ourselves when it goes below freezing. Where's Jake Gyllenhaal? Hold on. No. Hold on. Where's Jake? No. I'm a little late on the laugh track today, guys. But I think we need Jake Gyllenhaal. We're getting close to needing Jake Gyllenhaal and Dennis Quaid to try to help us with this situation here. What else does it say? We really don't know much about the changes in the core that's driving it. Are you kidding me? They don't know the changes in the core that's driving. This is scary. The scientists don't know what's driving it. I'll tell you what's driving it. It's 8.5 billion people all moving around the planet at the same time. Fossil fuels being burned and everything's just going to hell in a handbasket. That's the bottom line. And then the negativity of the world. I mean, are we talking about Armageddon soon? What is going on? Everything. It's scary. And this is why more than ever, Real Talk is necessary. This show needs to continue. Get over to YouTube, subscribe, ding the bell. Live every day forever. Let's move on to the next story. All right, this one is my final story of the day. And this one I'm a little concerned about. And the reason I want to talk about this is there's an issue in this country that we don't talk about enough. The homeless. And this story when it came across my screen, I was like, this is absolutely one of the stories we're going to talk about, and it probably is our final story of the afternoon. Beneath Las Vegas' glittering strip, homeless people live in storm tunnels. Now, just reading that storyline right there just kills me. You think about the amount of wealth directly above these storm tunnels. And I know the name of the game, the name of the game is to amass as much wealth as possible. It's to have more power over the next guy. It's to be able to say, look how much bigger my house is than yours. And my car goes 0 to 60 in, and yours goes in. It's a weird way of living. What are you trying to prove? Nobody likes bragging anyway. Imagine if you just gave a little. Imagine if instead of buying that souped up version of whatever it is you're buying, you took 1% and just gave it to the homeless. I saw a story recently. I don't know if it was a race car driver. Someone has to tell me what this was. Race car driver, something, maybe it was a country music star, opened up a green grocery store somewhere in Georgia, Atlanta. I think I read this story for you guys. And no charge. It's for people who are having a hard time getting through the holidays, have a hard time paying for groceries. They have a family they cannot afford to feed. Because let's face it, there are some people that are getting paid a lot more than others. There are some people that are working just as hard as the people getting paid a lot, and they're getting paid nothing. And I think the balance is just totally out of whack. And I knew the new way is online. Go and make a living online. We were talking about earlier. Everyone's selling you something. Every single person is selling you a book for free. Hey, I'm giving you the book for free. You just have to pay me for the shipping. My book is crap. The shipping's worth something. Give me the shipping. I'll give you the book. That I just don't understand. You're telling me your book is crap. Instead of just being honest and saying, look, I have an awesome book. And I have something that's going to give you value. You're going to be able to grab thousands of dollars of value out of this $15 book. By the way, it's free shipping. You're just paying $15 for the book. And the value you get from that book, it's well beyond the $15 you're going to spend. And by the way, my name is, some of these people have big names. You have to fool them with a free shipping thing? Or if you're just paying for the shipping. Isn't that old school, there was a company that used to run that way. It was like, oh, you know what it was? Oh my goodness. It's those commercials you'd see on Channel 12 at night. Oh, the Ginsu 5000. You get 3 Ginsus for free. Just pay shipping and handling. Ooh, really? Okay, I'm going to get a Ginsu 5000. Oh, I can't wait to get a Ginsu 5000. Where do I get, excuse me, I'd like a Ginsu 5000. Yes. How much is it? Oh, it's free? Great. Okay, awesome. Oh, wait, hold on. I have to write a check? For what? Oh, for the shipping. How much is the shipping? $48? Well, really, you're paying $43 for the product and $5 for shipping for your Ginsu 5000. Stop trying to fool people. Stop trying to fool people. Look, I would love to support some of these other motivational people. I'll buy the book. I don't want the free ship. I don't want to pay for shipping. I want free shipping, and I want to pay you for your book. Tell me how much your book is. Oh, it's $15? Great. I'll buy the book. If you tell me you have a free book, and all I have to pay is the shipping, I want to flick through as quick as possible. That's dishonest sales. And I think it's this whole funnel thing everyone's doing now. Like, ooh, you just got to get them into the funnel. Just get their email address, and then you can start converting them. And I'm like, look, okay, I guess that's the name of the game. Maybe I just have to shift my perspective. Again, change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Maybe I need to change the way I look at that. Maybe I got to create a stupid funnel thing that says, hey guys, tune into Real Talk. It's free. You just pay for the internet signal. Whatever, I don't know. You pay me $5 and you can get some free Real Talk. Hey guys, it's free. Just send me the shipping. Like, what? And if you ever read some of the comments that people start going after some of these guys. Like I read a few people the other day. Someone went, I was scrolling through and I saw this ridiculously stupid, sales pitch. So I decided to be a good bird and poop all over this wall. I was like, oh my goodness. And it's just basically like people get upset when you try to strong arm them, or you try to fool them. Like my perspective for 352 with Real Talk has been, we're providing a service here. It's called the truth. No one is providing the truth anymore. This whole fake news thing that came up after like 2016, it's all just people pitching a specific story. No one's being honest anymore. This is why this show needs to happen. And it needs to be on a larger venue than just, 8 social media platforms. It needs to be opened up to the world, and we need to connect with people. That's why I got to get more people onto the show. So let's get to the story, guys. I'm sitting here talking your ear off. Donovan looked out on the swanky casino looming in the distance. Traffic whizzed along the nearby highway overpass. He stood, sockless in tennis shoes, at the mouth of the concrete tunnel where he lives, a 5-minute walk from Caesar's Palace Hotel. Graffiti covered the tunnel walls that disappeared into darkness behind him. After arriving in America's gambling capital from California in 2013, Donovan had planned on working, but things didn't turn out well. It all went downhill, and I'm here, and I said, like others in this story, he agreed to be identified by his first name only. Donovan has been taking shelter in the concrete flood channels and tunnels that run directly under Las Vegas Strip for the past 2 years. These dark passageways are part of a huge drainage network designed to protect the glittering casino district and its sprawling suburbs from flash flooding. And Donovan's not only down there, it's estimated that nearly 300 homeless people live in these tunnels. Although the figure represents just a fraction of the thousands living on the streets of Las Vegas, the tunnel dwellers are among the most difficult to reach for the social workers, who work below ground by flashlight to offer everything from clean socks and sandwiches to a chance at substance abuse treatment. Those living here choose to go underground for a variety of reasons. Many suffer from substance abuse, including heroin, crack, meth, alcoholism, and mental illness. The conditions they endure are extreme. A heavy rainstorm can send millions of gallons of water rushing at up to 30 miles an hour through the concrete drainages. That's insane. The last 3 flood-related drownings in the city involved homeless people in the tunnels. It's tragic to put it in one word. So, look, this is a super long story. This is actually an inside scoop of what it's like to live in these tunnels. I didn't realize how big this story was. And as you guys know, I don't read these stories before I go into them, but I did want to bring that one up to you. So make sure you read it. Shine a light. I don't know. Like I said, what can we do? Very little. There's very little that we could personally do to change that. But we could donate to a local shelter. Instead of throwing away some of those canned goods, donate them. Same thing with your clothing. Any extra clothing, something that doesn't fit you anymore, donate it. Goodwill. Well, Goodwill is probably not a good example because they sell everything afterwards. What is the best way to get clothing to the homeless? Does anybody know? Someone shoot a note if you do know the best way to get clothing to the homeless, so anybody that does watch this has an idea of who they can contact. Because we all have to do our part. And we're all wasteful. We're all wasteful. So, if you can, find whatever you have extra of. This is the giving season, right? Christmas, after Christmas, put everything that you don't need anymore in a box. Make a call to the vets, whoever it is, and donate. Give. I said the other day that we're alive at a time when this world is going through a cataclysmic change. Not only physically, but within our own society, everything is changing massively. The shift. It's almost like the entire world is forcing us inside because there's no way to have privacy anymore. Because there's no way to be alone, really. It's forcing people to hide certain things they should be expressing. And it's creating a ton of stress that we don't know how to handle. It's hard when you have the stress of life, the stress of your job, the stress of family, whatever it is. We talk about survival. This is survival of the fittest. We're here trying to survive. So it's a battle. Don't think it's going to be easy. I don't know anybody who has it easy. Every single person, even the people that are retired, there is work. Actually, once you're retired, I think you can enjoy your life. What's going on up there? Once you're retired, I think you can enjoy your life. Start traveling the world, seeing some places. Look, right now I'm putting the time in. My perspective is, and I told you guys, I'll sleep when I'm 55. I'll travel the world when I'm 55. Give me the next 13 years, 14 years to just real talk, to come out here every single day, my studio, live for you, put on the show, make some magic happen, right? That's what we're here to do. And we're not going to slow down. We're going to speed up. I'm actually considering, I got a lot of other things planned, guys. You have no idea. Oh my goodness. You have no idea what I have planned for 2020. There's a spin-off coming. I don't want to say anything. Got too much stuff to say. Too much stuff going on the Real Talk Show. But it's going to be an exciting thing. It's going to be a very exciting thing. All right, let's get some music going. What do you say? Salvador, you rock. Thanks for being on. And Akbar, of course, you are awesome. Listen, I'm not seeing, I see some chat over here, over on the YouTube page from Twitch and from Facebook. Nothing. Everybody on Instagram, head over to YouTube right now. Subscribe and ding the bell. Let's get it going. I'm going to play you guys a song in a second on that beautiful thing. But I just want to remind you, we're closing in. We're 7 days away from Christmas. We're less than 2 weeks away from the second year of Real Talk. And to the beginning of 2020. I cannot wait. The 2020s, it's the decade of Real Talk. That's the decade of the BeatSeat. Shoot me a note. Who's down with that? Who's down with 2020, the 20s being the decade of Real Talk? The Real Talk decade. We're just building some momentum to get into the decade. You know what I'm saying? It's not about a year thing. It's about a decade. Oh, so you're going to be live for the decade? You're dang right I'm going to be live for the decade. Let's think about that. That's 10 years. That's 3,650 days. And that's not including leap year stuff. So you guys have to figure out how many other days or less days is that. But that's 3,650 days. We're starting it up in about 14. So essentially, we'll be at 4,000 days at the end. If I decide to stop then, which... Who knows, guys? Who knows? Maybe I'll be sick of it by year 11. I think I could go to 13 years. Everything with me is about the number 13. Let's hope I get there. Let's hope I get there. So let's hear some music. You guys up for that? You guys want to hear some music? Let's make something happen here. I'm getting the BeatSeat going. Now, this is my BeatSeat screen. You guys like this screen over here? Over here in the right corner, you got our little badge. Editor's Choice, Music Inc., 2019 Summer NAMM. That's a big deal, guys. I don't know if people realize. Selected Editor's Choice by NAMM? NAMM is the National Association of Music Merchants. That is the biggest organization on the planet. And every year they get together and they look at the newest products and they select what they consider Editor's Choice. We were selected as Editor's Choice, the BeatSeat. Thank you very much, Music Inc., for choosing us. And I hope you guys recognize how awesome it is. And if you did not check out her, she dropped a song yesterday on Vivo. It's called Slide. And absolutely killing it on the BeatSeat in the background is Carrington Brown. So I'm really pumped about that. So let's play a little song here. What do you guys think? This is something that Bruce Springsteen brought into popularity. Well, today we're going to do our own version of it. Let's see how it goes. I like to do the spin over there. All right. All right, what do we got over here? You guys see me and hear me? All right. All right, so I got one here that we're not going to do today, but we're going to work on, okay? We're going to get this one going at some point. Let me just mess with it for a second. I have to keep my lyrics here because I don't have a music stand with me currently, so. You guys are going to love this one. Oh, wait a second. Maybe I could pull something over. So at least I can see. Sorry, I don't want to block the view of the BeatSeat though, so. All right, this is going to be a fun one. And I'm not going to play it all. I have to put my glasses on. It's a hard thing to see the lyrics. Oh, not the good. You don't want to drop your glasses on the floor, all right? You don't want to do that. So this is a fun tune. If I could do it okay, let's see. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You really are here. You're as cuddly as a cactus. You're as charming as an eel, Mr. Grinch. You're as bad banana with a greasy black peel. All right, I'm going to work on that for this weekend because how funny would it be if we do Mr. Grinch? Hold on, we got to try that one more time. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You really are a heel. You're as cuddly as a cactus, as charming as an eel, Mr. Grinch. You're a bad banana with a greasy black peel. You're a monster, Mr. Grinch. You really is hard. See, the problem is the lyrics aren't all there, guys, or the chords for the rest of it. We'll work on this one, though, okay? We're going to work on that one for sure. That's going to be a fun one. So listen, I have a plan for Friday evening, Saturday evening. It is going to be straight up Christmas and holiday music night. I'm going to play these songs back to back to back to back. And then I'm going to drop it as an album. I just made that up, but we're going to do it. So I'm going to take a little vibe of I Got a Woman with this because I realize the chords are very similar. So. better not cry, better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's making a list, he's checking it twice. Gonna find out who's naughty or nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping. See, it didn't work on this part, guys. I gotta try to do this over too on the weekend. I gotta do the first part better too. It's gotta be like, you better watch out. That's the third part where you gotta go like belting it at the end. Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better watch out. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. So we're going to work on all these songs, guys. I have to say, I really like the Mr. Grinch, to be honest. You better watch out. Better not cry. Better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's making a list, he's checking it twice. Gonna find out who's naughty or nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. So how does this part go? Because it doesn't sound like it. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good. So be good for goodness sake. Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. Better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. 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 A little bit better, right? I gotta play one more thing. What the heck, right? I don't know if anybody's watching, but I'm gonna play one more song for you. If I'm gonna do that one, it's gotta sound right. It's not bad, so it must be my... I told you I gotta get these strings switched. For sure. It's the smile on your face makes me want more. Pieces of me start to break down in the process, finding what I crave. You could never call your bluff. You could never get your hands on the universe. It was never big enough for the two of us. One day you might find a way, but by then could be too late. I guess we all realized, I guess we all lead crazy lives. I guess we all need to feel alive. Yeah, we all lead crazy lives. There's gotta be ways, unbeknownst to me, and I'll keep searching till I find myself within that broken smile that holds an answer to life. It's always crazy. The way you sort me out makes me want more, and pieces of me start to break down in the process of finding what I crave. You could never call your bluff. You could never get your hands on the universe. Was never good enough for the two of us. One day you might find a way, but by then could be too late. I guess we all realized, I guess we all lead crazy lives. I guess we all need to feel alive. Yeah, we all lead crazy lives. I guess we all need to feel alive. I guess we realized there's gotta be a way that's unbeknownst to me, but I'll keep searching till I find myself within that broken smile that holds an answer to life. I guess we all realized, I guess we all lead crazy lives. I guess we all need to feel alive. Yeah, oh, we all lead crazy lives. I guess we realized, I guess we all lead crazy lives. Guess we all need to feel alive. Yeah, and we all lead crazy lives. It's crazy to me. It's a variety show. Tell you, that's not a vlog. This show hasn't been a vlog for like 150 days. It went from talk show to variety show. I don't know. I guess as soon as I decided to bring a BeatSeat into the studio, so every time I want to now, we're like, you know, I'm putting on a show for you on the BeatSeat. It's not anytime I want. It's every single day for the rest of my days. We do a real talk show and we play some music for you on the BeatSeat. So if you like my music or you like the way I play or you could just use some passion in your day, join in, subscribe, ding the bell. Guys, YouTube, we're happening over there. And I'm sorry I missed my people over here on Instagram because we shut off. We officially went over an hour while I was over there playing for you guys. Let me share that to the story. And then we just keep going over here, guys. I mean, look, I don't know about you, but that was pretty cool. I enjoyed the Mr. Grinch, especially. You may be a mean one, Mr. Grinch. But it's a cool song they wrote about you. So who's on? Anybody on still with me? Giant mode. Thanks, buddy. Cross is the best. Grinch, he said Grinch was impressive. Oh, cool. Look, yeah, I think humor has to come into the play. Now, Cross, we have to chat offline because I said something earlier that I'm going to be working with. I got a side project I'm starting in my mind. And it's not like real talk. It's nothing like real talk. It's going to be something unbelievable. Because I realized what we're doing here is filling a void. We're creating an opportunity for happiness to be built. But there's more. There's more that I should be doing. In fact, I'll tell you something. This is just a little secret real talk moment for you. When I finish this show, I still got some in the tank. I still got a lot in the tank. I mean, sometimes I want to just go back on. But I realized that I already did the show. I already did real talk. So where do I put that energy? What do I do with that energy? Well, I already have the plan. I already know what it's going to be. The crazy thing about this is, and this is just a funny thing, no one's going to know about it. At least nobody on my pages. At least all my followers. At least all the people I went and grew up with. No one's going to know about it because I'm just going to do it. And maybe sometime down the road, they'll be like, wait, is that the same guy? Is that the same guy? The same guy's doing over thing? He's just... You just wait. You just wait. This is going to be part of my previous entertainment background, what I'm doing with this next project. What I'm here to do is inspire you. What I'm here to do is motivate you. What I'm going to do over there is make you laugh. What I'm going to do over there is put on a show, but in a whole different way. And I thought about this, and it's funny. I'm telling you what I'm doing without telling you what I'm going to do, but it's going to be somewhat scripted. Now, what I mean by scripted is it's going to have a beginning, a middle, and an end, unlike real talk. Real talk, we come on and we go. But this is going to be, that's all I'm going to say. I don't want to say anything else yet. I'm giving away the secret sauce. The secret sauce is what I'm hiding, all right? Because I don't want you to know about it, but I want you to hear about it and be like, yo, what's that thing? And be like, yo, that's a cool thing. What is that? And I'll be watching with you. I'll be like, oh, that's cool. Who is that? I have no idea. So I still have a lot of work to do in order to make that happen. I'm being very vague. But that's the idea. I want to be vague on this one. I'm here to put on my mission, my daily mission here is with real talk, okay? But this is going to be a secondary thing. That's going to just be it's just going to bring something else out of me that I think is needed for maybe just for myself, really. I'm not sure if the world really needs more laughter, if the world needs more comedy. I think there's plenty of comedy out there, plenty of stuff that'll make you laugh. I don't think you need one more person doing it, but I'm going to do it anyway. I mean, everything this show aims to do is to bring joy to you. So the show, anything I have as a side project, it's all intended to bring joy to this planet. It's to help in some way. My BeatSeat, first drum in the world, for guitar players. The first drum you can play with your hands and feet. Sensory therapy drum for anyone with a special need. That is helping the world. It's going to take time for it to get out there. But this is what we do. We work every day. You get up and you go. You get up and you go. You know, if I sit here and I look at my days, if I look at my wins over the last 200 days since I started pushing on the BeatSeat, it's very few. I mean, I was on the TV for a few commercials or from news stations. And Nam, Editor's Choice. Elvis's guitar player has 2 of them. Jacob Collier has one. And, you know, look, we have Paige Zilba has one. She's an influencer with TikTok. And now Carrington Brown. Playing with her. Did anybody see this? Did you guys see this clip of Carrington Brown tearing it up on the BeatSeat? Actually, if you watch the full Vivo, the first clip is his hands on My Invention. And then it zooms back and you see her ripping it up on the guitar, singing. She's got a great voice. Beautiful. And proof of concept happens after you've established how hard you have to work to get someone to pay attention to you. Do you understand? Like, it's so hard to get anybody to even look at you when you're a new product. And what I always remind myself is it took 350,000 years for this idea to jump into my head. How could I expect anybody to just know about it or to realize it's a better mousetrap? It won't happen until I show people, until people like Carrington Brown are sitting on a BeatSeat instead of a cajon. Wait, why is Carrington Brown, Her's drummer, sitting on a BeatSeat instead of a cajon? Then they start scratching their head. They say, wait a second. Maybe it's because the BeatSeat has something that a cajon doesn't. Yeah, how about 2 snares, 4 playable panels? You could sit completely upright. You don't need a back brace when you're 35, 45, 50 years old. You could just rock out on it. And it sounds like a drum kit. Like a full drum kit. Not just 2-piece, 3-piece. No, a 5, 7-piece. Depending on how you play it. I saw a demo yesterday of somebody else who was playing it. Georgetta, our sales director, had a few demos done with some percussionists. And this guy was making sounds out of the BeatSeat I've never figured out. He was tapping his fingers and sliding them up. Like I do a thing on the sides. He was doing this. And it was like, what? And then he's also ripping it up. Now, he wasn't using his feet that much because I think it takes time for people to learn the side motion of kicking your heels into the side panels. But once you learn that and you're doing all the stuff with your hands, it's a wrap. In fact, I'm going to quickly show you guys a demonstration on the BeatSeat since you got a good view of it. And what the heck, I'm on for an hour and 13 minutes, and 13 is my favorite number, so we might as well do a little bit more. It is day 252 in a row. So let's flip back over to the BeatSeat page. Let me just show you guys a little demonstration of what the BeatSeat has to offer. Check this out. This show's not over yet. This show's not over yet. So I just want to show you guys something. First of all, my shoes slip on this epoxy floor, on my studio floor. So when I'm trying to play for you, sometimes my feet aren't totally able to grip. I should probably take my shoes off, then I'd be like locked in. But this is what the BeatSeat should really sound like. Just listen to the bass. You hear that? So here's our snare. I'm going to show you the first snare. So he was doing this, like, I don't know what he was doing, but he was doing this weird thing. So anyway, you have the first snare here, which you have all these different tones in this snare. That's snare number 2. Now, if you hit this snare with your foot and with your hand, it sounds like 2 different snares. With this, it sounds like 3 snares. The BeatSeat sounds like 3 snares. Check this out. Hold on. That's snare 1. You see what I'm saying? This is what it all sounds like when you use your entire body. Just a simple pattern. The BeatSeat. Oh, I just love playing the BeatSeat. It's just so much fun to play, guys. I'm sorry. I had to give you a little more. I had to give you a little more BeatSeat. Oh, I'm crazy. I love it. I just saw a little tail end of it over here on the screen. Listen, I'll tell you what, guys. These shows are here for the history of time. This is real talk. And listen, I just want you guys to understand that I won't go off the air until I feel good and ready. I'll stay on. I'll stay on until midnight. No, I'm just kidding. It is day 352 in a row. We are counting down, guys. Let's just see. I just want to get the official countdown. The official countdown. Because you can go to the Mark Pyers Real Talk page, markpyersrealtalk.com, and there is a countdown in the corner. Let's see what it says. We're checking it out. The countdown to day 365 in a row, year 2. We are 12 days and 21 hours away. Wow, 12? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? This is insane. We're going to be in year 2 before you know it. I can't wait, guys. I mean, I just can't wait. We're going to bring on guests. We're going to have more music on the BeatSeat. And we're going to, what? Are you kidding me? In the studio? Here? It's just like, we're going to do it here, then we're going to have it over there, and then we're going to do it over there. Oops, what happened? We lost it. Where's the guy? He's over there. So listen, I'm here with you. I hope that this was a quality episode that you actually could hear. Because sometimes what happens is it gets a little tricky. Gets a little tricky. And you get these little pops every once in a while, which I've been trying to fix. But we are 12 days, 21 hours, and 42 seconds away from year 2. And I told you, what we're going to do is a countdown. We're going to do a countdown into year 2 when we get to December 31st. And it's going to actually be, like, my New Year's Eve is going to be December 30th. So let's just check what day December 30th is, because that's going to be our New Year's Eve. December 30th is a Monday. Ugh, really? So December 30th is Monday. That's our New Year's Eve. Then on New Year's Day for me, which is the 31st, we are going to go live at 4 o'clock, because the show, I think at 4:30 is when I went live that day for the first time. I'm going to go back and confirm. We're going to go live maybe a half hour before I actually went live a year ago. And then we're going to do a 10, like the countdown. I'm going to turn it on and make it like a thing where it'll be like 10, 9, 8. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to be like, it's a new year. I'll be like, oh my goodness, we made it to year 2. And it wasn't that hard. I mean, yes, there were nights where I didn't want to come out. There were nights where I said, nobody's watching anyway. What the heck am I doing? But a message needed to be left. This is what I keep thinking and having to tell myself whenever I look and get discouraged if I see a 0 on the bottom of that screen. My mission is a personal mission. It's providing relief to me and comfort, hopefully, to you. But I'm only here because I feel like it's necessary. Everything I keep reading, all these stories I keep coming across, they're all just speaking demise. How do we ensure humanity makes it another 10 or 20 generations? That's the power's on us. How do we not do something about that? I'm not sure. I think we have to do something about it. We have to all do something about it. Anyway, we are 12 days away, guys. Head over to the podcast channel, whatever your favorite podcast channel is. Download the Real Talk podcast. I told you guys yesterday about the episode called Level Up. It was episode 27, or it was 23, whatever it was, Level Up. And it was me on 24 hours, 48 hours without sleep. And we put on a killer show. Because I said, no matter how tired you are, no matter how little you have left in you, you always have one more level. Sometimes it's when you're at your worst that you find it. Other times you're motivated enough to go and get it, to fuel up with it. Let's fuel up every day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Should we do it? Yeah, we got to go out now, right?